Today, I am going to tell you something very close to my heart. The story of how objects became my English teachers. You might think, objects? How can things teach English? Well, every object around me, a book, a cup, a ticket, has a story to tell, a memory, and a little lesson in English. Let me take you on that journey. When I was a child, I didn't know a single word of English. In our small town, people spoke only our local language. One day, my father came home from work with a small gift, a toy car in a colorful box. I remember turning the box in my hands and seeing shiny letters printed on it. Speed Racer, made for fun. I didn't know what it meant, but those words felt powerful, mysterious, beautiful. I asked my father what they meant. He smiled and said, "It's English. One day you will learn it too." That small moment changed something inside me. I wanted to understand those words and many more. But learning English wasn't easy. At school, I was shy to speak. Sometimes my friends laughed when I pronounced words wrong. Sometimes even teachers corrected me again and again. Still, I didn't give up because of that toy car. It became my first symbol of hope. When I was 10, my parents bought me my very first English dictionary. It was small, blue, and smelled like new paper. I remember sitting by the window, turning each page carefully and underlining words like dream, love, and courage. The dictionary became my best friend. Each word I learned was like a tiny light turning on inside my mind. Sometimes I would whisper new words to myself at night just to feel their sound and rhythm. One day I learned the word beautiful. I went to my mother and said shyly, "Mom, you are beautiful." She looked surprised, then smiled and hugged me. That word, that moment, made me believe that words have power. Then came English movies. I remember watching Finding Nemo on a small DVD player. At first, I didn't understand anything. The characters spoke too fast, but I didn't stop watching. Every night, I watched one scene again and again, with subtitles on and my notebook in hand. One day, when I finally understood the line, "Just keep swimming," I cried. Not because it was sad, but because I understood it by myself. That sentence became my life's lesson. No matter how hard it gets, just keep swimming. As I grew older, English began to appear everywhere around me, on biscuit packets, shampoo bottles, and bus tickets. Each object became a small English lesson. My favorite was a t shirt that said, "Dream Big." I didn't buy it because of the color, I bought it for the words. Whenever I wore it, I felt confident. It reminded me that English was not something to fear, it was something to live with, to wear proudly. One funny memory, I once saw a label that said, "Keep away from sunlight." At first, I thought it meant don't go outside. Later, I understood it was about protecting the object. That day, I laughed at myself, but I also realized something important. Learning English is full of the small mistakes that make big memories. Even a grocery list helped me learn. When my mother wrote sugar, rice, milk, I started writing mine in English too. It made me feel like I was slowly bringing English into my daily life. Then came one of the most special moments in my journey. I made a friend online named Anna. She lived in London, and we met through a language app. We wrote letters to each other in English. In her first letter, she wrote, "You inspire me." Those words went straight to my heart. I didn't just learn new vocabulary. I learned how to express feelings in another language. One day, I received a handwritten letter from her, and I kept it safely in my drawer. Even today, I look at it when I feel stuck or unsure. That letter reminds me that English helped me connect with hearts beyond borders. Later, I went to watch an English play in my city. I kept the ticket from that night. At first, I was scared I wouldn't understand anything. But as the play began, I followed the story, laughed when others laughed, and cried when the characters cried. That ticket became a symbol of victory. The day English became not just a language but a feeling. Now, years later, I still keep those objects: the toy car, the blue dictionary, the letter, the ticket. They sit on my shelf like silent storytellers of my growth. Today, my newest object is my phone. Inside it, I have my English learning app where I read articles, listen to stories, and learn new idioms. Each new word feels like a door opening to another world. I've realized something beautiful. English is not something you finish learning. It grows with you. It changes with your life. And every new object, every new experience becomes part of your language story. Sometimes, when I feel tired or unsure, I sit near my old bookshelf and touch those objects. Each one whispers a small memory. Remember where you started, and suddenly I smile. So, if you are learning English too, look around your room. What objects do you see? Your notebook? Your favorite mug? Your phone? Maybe one of them can become your English teacher too. Learning English doesn't always happen in classrooms. Sometimes it happens in quiet corners, in the smell of an old book, or the label of your favorite snack. Your story is hidden in your objects. You just need to find it. Every word you learn is a step forward, and every object you love is a teacher waiting to be discovered. Thank you for listening to my story. If it touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep learning, keep dreaming, and remember, English is not just a language, it's a bridge between your world and the world beyond.